J. Brett, love happens when you least expect it. Sometimes just when I'd given up on love, you came into my life. You were the most unexpected date to Nutcracker Ball 2 years ago, and that's where I fell in love with you. You were dancing with Landon on the dance floor, and that's when I knew you were the one for me. You have all the qualities I admire and had hoped for in my life partner. You're the most loving and giving person I know. You take care of the boys. You have the biggest heart and the best example of a young man I could ask for Jackson, Pierce, and Declan. I didn't think I could fall even more in love with you, but when I see you with our boys, I melt. I vowed to never lie, steal, or cheat. If I must lie, to lie next to you every night until my day's end. If I must steal, I vow to steal you away from bad company. If I must cheat, I vow to cheat death to spend more time with you. I've been waiting for this day my entire life. I never thought it would happen, but you have made all my dreams come true. I love you more and more each day. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you and grow old with you. I found my lost shaker of salt, and you have found your brown-eyed girl. I love you. Let's run this town together. Love, Kristin. God bless.
To take a moment to express how thankful I am for you being in my life. You are an answered prayer and the woman I have been praying for my entire life. From the moment we had our first day at Nutcracker Ball, you had captured my heart and we have been inseparable. I love the way you make me feel with your smile, laughter, and love. You are my rock, my greatest source of joy, and I never want to spend a moment of my life without you and the boys by my side. You are my soulmate, my forever, and my only true love. I am the luckiest man in the world, and I can't wait for you to be by my side for the rest of our lives while we raise 3 great boys into young gentlemen. Yours forever, J. Brett.
First of all, thank you guys for coming. Wow, J. Brett, you did good, brother. You did good. What a beautiful bride. We do thank you on behalf of the family for coming. What a gorgeous thing, a gorgeous day that God has given us, the weather and the wind blowing out of the right direction, and all of that. It's all good. It's all good. We're gathered here in the eyes of the Lord and to unite J. Brett and Kristin in holy matrimony. Today, as you join your lives as husband and wife, you vow to love and support each other. My wish, like I said in the prayer, is that you build your home as Christ as your foundation, a place where you give and you can receive strength to carry you through daily lives, because this world's crazy, and love is standing together and facing life's difficulties together, hand in hand and heart to heart. Love is never having to say you're sorry, but saying it anyway. True love is not only marrying the right person, it's being the right partner. J. Brett, here's a question. Will you take Kristin to be your wedded wife, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy state of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, forsaking all others, keeping her as for yourself, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Kristin, Will you take Jay Brett to be your wedded husband to live together after God's ordinance in the holy state of matrimony? Will you love him? Will you comfort him? Will you honor him? And forsaking all others, keep yourself only for him, so long as you both shall live.
I do.
Thank you. Here's a moment you've been waiting for, buddy. You may now kiss your bride. Would everyone please rise? It is my privilege to introduce to you the family of Mr. and Mrs. J. Brett Bidwell.
Kristin, when you were walking down the aisle, I've never seen JB look at someone the way he looked at you. And it was such a special sight to see. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. So it was awesome, man. Now a little bit about my relationship with Jay Brett. So I first met him roughly 30 years ago. 30 years ago in the early 90s. It was actually 1993 to be exact. It was the year I was born. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. And I have to say, love you, Dad. Oh, God. I gotta say, I was at first a little weirded out and iffy on meeting this guy and him being my best friend and big brother. I'm so glad that I did. This guy really is the best brother I could have asked for. I'm so blessed. I cherish our brother bond really more than anything. So, JB, thank you so much, man. I love you. Kristin, you make JB the happiest version of himself that I think we can all agree on. I've never seen this man this happy in my life, and it's so cool to see, dude. I'm so glad the two of you met. You bring out the best in each other, and you've created such a wonderful family. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you two, and I can't wait to be a part of it, so love you so much. So with that being said, I need to find my nice warm champagne glass. And I'd like to propose a toast, everyone, to Jay Brett and Kristin, to Mr. and Mrs. Bidwell. Dang, that sounds good, doesn't it? Should I say it again? To Mr. and Mrs. Bidwell, and the two great American families, Hendersons and Bidwells, uniting and joining together on this beautiful night. So, cheers, everyone.
Kristin, and first I'm gonna second Jason. You look amazing, Kristin. Well, Kristin and I had known each other probably 10 years through a mutual friend, and both lost that friend, which was hard. You know, I'd known this person for 30 years, but Kristin, I am so thankful for what I gained in you through all that. So a few years ago, Kristin and I started hanging out on the weekends, go out and have a great time. And I'd take her home and drop her off in front of the house, and we'd sit there for a little while and talk, and inevitably it would end with Kristin in tears because she was convinced she was never gonna find anyone. And it was heartbreaking because I just saw how amazing she is, and she just truly desired to have someone in her life and share it with and raise her boys with. And remember that, Kristin. And Jay Brett, man, you came along just in time. And of course, I know how lucky you are, Jay Brett, to have found Kristin and be loved by Kristin. But really, Jay Brett, I feel the same about Kristin. She is so lucky and to have found you and be loved by you, because I think you are so great. So, I mean, I would like to stand up here and give y'all this like great piece of advice on life and marriage, but I really don't have any. I mean, all I would say if I can, Kristin and Jay Brett, like when it gets hard, because it will. Kristin, remember why you fell in love with Jay Brett. Jay Brett, remember why you fell in love with Kristin. Because I don't think those things really change. They get a little hard to remember. So just remember this day, this moment, and each other. Kristin, I think a few years ago, neither one of us would have imagined I'd be standing here at your wedding talking. It is an honor, and thank you both so much for letting me be a part of y'all's day. I love y'all both so much.